Now, we have a little bit of time before our next match, and we are going to show our player spotlights. We're going to talk about exactly who we've got up in this next game. It's going to be an insane, insane game. Two absolutely insane heavy hitters, and we're going to show you Lowkey and hack statistics. Just so good these guys are. And hopefully, we're going to show you exactly what their best kind of performances have been as well. At some point, whenever we toggle over to those player spotlights, there's no problems. But yeah, we can speak about that previous match for just a second. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Lowkey and Hacks. These guys are just both insane. The ranked average times of 9:41 and 9:40 have got to be some of the fastest averages we've seen across the entire tournament so far.
Yeah, two of the fastest averages. I think Doogs might be the only one that was faster. I think it was 9:37 or something.
Mm-hmm. Just, an insane consistency. Their win percentages, both in the 70s. So 7 of every 10 matches they're winning, even at their level of elo. I mean, we're talking, these guys have been in Netherite the entire season, so they're only playing against the best of the best. And yet they're still able to win 7 out of every 10 matches. It's just, wow. It's unthinkable, really. I mean, I know that you have played against these guys many a time, both in playoffs, on the ranked ladder, probably in private rooms as well. Are you more scared of one of these two opponents? Or if you're scared of both of them, maybe? Like, what do you think?
I'm not sure. I think I'd be more scared of Lowkey because he 3-0'd me last season. Mm-hmm. But Hacks I played the season before, and it was much closer.
Yeah. I mean, I think Lowkey is, we can see that he's played almost double the matches of Hacks as well, maybe even over double the matches of Hacks. And still being able to maintain such a high win percentage over such a big sample size is huge. I mean, we've seen some players come into playoffs having played 12, 15 games across the whole season. I'm thinking Automat a few seasons back had such a high win percentage, but I think maybe won 9 or 10 games all season and only lost 3. Like, that might make sense because, placements and then some matches to drag themselves up the leaderboards. But then we've got these huge numbers. But in fact, these players have only played each other 7 times. Now, that could be a time zone thing. That could just be, when they decide to queue up. Obviously, Hacks in school at the moment, a lot of, a busy time. But I mean, 4-3. Do you think we could see this game going to a seed 5 potentially?
Definitely. These players are very evenly matched.
Yeah. I mean, look at the peak elos as well. Of course, Lowkey reaching 2,500 this season. Hacks not far behind with 2,400, and their RSGPBs both very close as well. Hacks not got a playoffs winner title on his player spotlight card, though. Of course, Lowkey trying to make it 4 out of 7, trying to get above 50% win rate. And I'm not talking about win rate in ranked. I'm talking about win rate in the playoffs. Getting all the way to the final in the majority of the playoffs that he's been in. Can he make it 4 playoff wins today? I mean, that's something that we're going to find out. I wonder if we can throw it over to our seed type stats to see maybe if Hacks might have an advantage on a certain type of seed. And we can see he's got a higher win rate on 2 of those seeds, on the Shipwreck and the Desert Temple. But look at those average times as well. All of them being under 10 minutes on average. I mean, across such a big sample size, a 10-minute average is just unreal for every single one of these seeds. Again, you are a much more experienced playoff player than myself. Would you have any ideas on what to ban for these 2 runners? Is there anything that goes into that thought process, or is it just something that you might feel comfortable with? First game of the day, you're going to be playing in either a grand finals or a 3rd place match later on tonight. So what's going through your mind in this pick and ban situation?
Again, I think it's very important to just feel comfortable on the seed type. They both just have really impressive stats across all of them. The only thing that I would say maybe stands out is Hax's lower win rate on Ruined Portal, only 56%. So he might be banning that, and maybe Lowkey might be wanting to pick it.
That's a very good point. Obviously, the lowest win percentage that we see on the screen there, but a very high average time. Of course, we also saw that Hacks did pull a 6-minute time pretty much yesterday with a Ruined Portal. Not able to portal break to get into the Stronghold, and after a little bit of a tough nav, we didn't see a new ranked world record, but it wasn't far behind, 20, 25 seconds off of that best pace that we've ever seen with a ruined portal. And of course, it was, I think, the playoffs record, the fastest seed we've seen in a ranked playoffs. Hax's confidence is probably very high, but then you're coming up against a 3 times playoff winner in these pick bans. I mean, it's going to be a very, very tough situation. No matter what you're picking, you're going to be playing up against one of the top level runners. And I can't see how you're going to feel confident. I don't know how Lowkey is going to feel in this situation as well. Obviously, after beating Silver, after sending it all the way to a seed 5 yesterday, could have gone either way. Lowkey getting through. Will Hax be able to do one better than Silver did yesterday and send Lowkey to a 3rd place playoff? Something that we haven't really seen very often in playoffs, especially for the fact that we've seen him win 3 of the 6 that we've had so far. So, without further ado, I don't want to hold you guys off any longer. Let's see what the picks and the bans are by sending you guys back over to Kuriway and RecRap right about now.
Thank you so much, Fulham and Beeve. I think they did a great job explaining, quite really, the stakes of this match, how good these runners are. I mean, the thing that stands out to both of us, Parker, there was not a 1 on that seed screen.
No,
there
sir.
were just 9s. There were just 9s.
9s.
That is unbelievable. I mean, these 2 runners. I mean, Parker, in your opinion, I mean, have you played against Hax before? I'm sure you've played against Lowkey just
I played
maybe
against
once.
Lowkey like 2, maybe 3 times, and then I don't think I've ever played against Hax. I think it's like
What goes through your mind when you queue and you get Lowkey? What's like the first thought that goes through your mind?
fear, just fear.
It's just fear.
I don't know, man. It's like the thought that goes through my head is, crap, I can't beat him mechanically at all. I gotta make a different decision. I gotta like play lights out to even have a chance. That's what goes through my head.
How do I remotely explode his PC? Like, how can we figure that out from where I am? Like, it's just a very difficult matchup between these 2 runners. They're both, I mean, would you say, I feel like probably in my opinion, these are probably the 2 best mechanical runners in the scene right now. I think they are just both so gifted. They are so fast. When they are both on, it is really unbelievable to watch. And we had the privilege of casting that yesterday with Hax's 623.
Yeah, and I think just like, even just statistically, this is gonna be like, these are the best stats that we've seen win percentage wise and average completion times, because both runners are just monsters at just all of the stats. And I think one chat message that I saw that I think sums it up really well was somebody said, "Your Honor, they're cracked." And I think that they're both just insane. They're both just insane. If they're both on here, we get some crazy fast seeds where we might see like the best gameplay we've ever seen.
Absolutely. And remember, the winner of this, we will be getting a grand finals rematch of one of the last 2 seasons. Dougal has played both of these players in season 5 and then season 6 playoffs, Hax and Lowkey respectively. So whatever ends up happening in this match, we are guaranteed to get cinema in the grand finals. And I'm really excited for the 3rd place match as well, because Crimson clearly held his own, very much in the same tier of these runners as right now. So I don't know about you. I want to see the seed selection screen. I want to get going here. A ban for Desert Temple and Village, and Lowkey's going to pick Shipwreck. So we're going to have Ocean seeds. And Parker, I think most exciting for us, Ruin Portal is open at some point in these first 3 seeds.
Yes, sir. I really like what Beef Salad said about, like, that was the only, like, major discrepancy between the stats, with Hax having a lower win percentage on Ruin Portal. But again, like, Hax is just so fast. I think he plays so well on those linear seeds. I mean, yesterday we saw playoffs world record from Hax. Like, it could have been almost a sub 6 if a couple things went differently. I want to see a match that is slower and you need some different unique decision making, and I want to see one that's just so lights out, and I think Ruin Portal could be that one.
Absolutely. I think the Shipwreck is kind of what you're talking about on that more methodical seed type. I mean, we saw Dougal got an 809 on it earlier. I mean, we could definitely see something faster with Shipwreck, but I think the thing with Shipwreck is it is one of those seed types where there just is more decision making, even though it is fast. It's just like, okay, like, what are we doing food wise? Like, how am I going to manage whatever I'm dealing with? Like, what's the block situation going to be like? It's always just a little bit awkward. Like, how much wood are we going to mine? Can we do shears, et cetera, et cetera? So, you know, who knows what's going to happen there? We'll have to find out. But It looks like we're going to find out right now, Parker. It's go time.
Yes,
This
sir.
is an unbelievable match between two of the best runners, quite frankly, of all time. Let's see what we can do here. No Shipwreck immediately on the screen for Hacks. Lowkey finds it now. A little bit far of a Shipwreck. I'm not seeing Kelp either, but this Shipwreck is pretty far. There could be a lot of decision making here.
That ravine right next to Shipwreck, I mean, it is a ravine, but I doubt there's going to be magma in there. So it's very open ocean, lots of water around, so it could matter a lot where these two players decide to boat to. Both still looking for, I mean, maybe they've seen something that we don't. Obviously, they have a bigger screen. We got plenty of iron. You're going to be making shears. You're going to be getting bread. Pretty standard overworld
I
here.
really like how Hax is playing this overworld. I think just a little bit more. Lowkey ended up taking 1 damage of like suffocation damage or drowning damage, I guess. And Hax didn't have to deal with that. And also is just shearing a little bit earlier than Lowkey, which I really like. In a little bit of a more awkward situation, but because he sheared the leaves, can then use the leaves to jump and parkour a little bit faster to the other trees. And now is going to be able to craft everything lightning speed, and is going to get a little bit more leaves here, a little bit more wood. Should be heading out here once he figures out a direction that he wants to go for the ravine.
Yeah, I agree. I think I do like Hax's gameplay a little bit better on this overworld. We saw Lowkey strip a log, had trouble crafting the shears. But, like, honestly, I don't know how much it matters. Maybe Hax has a bit more wood, maybe difference in leaves, but they're both basically going to be making their portal at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the exact same thing. Lowkey taking potentially a little bit better terrain to this portal. Lowkey going to be in first as well. But again, this is within a second of each other. What's this nether going to be looking like? Immediately a stables. I hope these runners watch the silver video, Parker.
I hope so.
They're going to have to figure it out. There's a triple. Double single with a triple. Nothing in that chest that's too great. Or was this a double? No, this is double single. Yeah, double single with a triple. Lowkey not even going to check the other chest. That's probably because he's going to take this triple, go through the middle chest. Looks like Hax is going to potentially do the same thing. Going to go for the chest first. Really nice stuff from both runners. And both of them are going to have 10 obsidian already from this triple chest.
As well as an extra gold block, so not going to be worrying about trades whatsoever, I'd imagine. Maybe the terrain is a bit different. Like, obviously, we only know from the top here it's open. Maybe towards the bottom, there aren't some great openings. Maybe one player finds one that another player doesn't. I don't think we've seen a fort yet, but both are just doing basically identical routes.
I mean, it's watching a mirror. It's watching a mirror. They're so in sync right now. Hax taking a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, just like a tiny micro misplay from Lowkey, having to place a little bit more leaves, having to be a little bit more safe. And Hax maybe trading that safety for being on lower health here is going to be much lower. But the thing is, with it being a stables bastion, both of these players might be able to potentially kill a hoglin, maybe just snag an outer food chest on the way to the fort, maybe get some food there. So potential for something there, but something to watch early is that Hax is in a much worse food situation than Lowkey.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference we're seeing here. Did they each have one suspicious stew in addition?
They did. One sus stew, and then they both had 6 bread. Hax down to 4, still has the stew. Maybe Lowkey did eat the stew. Hax still has it. So that's the difference. That's the difference right now. Lowkey or Hax is probably going to eat that now. I mean, look at the inventories for both players. Like, Lowkey has nothing in his inventory. Like, just nothing. Now gets to get everything. But because his inventory was so clear, he's able to leave with barely any inventory management. And look at this. They're both out so fast.
This is incredible gameplay. This is what I came here to see. We want these close matches. Both probably going to be purling.
Oh my God. And Hax is at the fort.
A little bit slower.
This is another sub 4-4. Yeah, I mean, pretty much right here. Basically a sub 4-4 here. Lowkey entering maybe technically faster. Get some strays. Purling aggressively on low food. Not even going to kill them. Just going to focus on the spawner. What are your thoughts on that play? We've seen a lot of like just forcing spawner. And speaking of, look at the spawner that Lowkey's at compared to. Oh my God, it's a double. Oh my God.
They're just doing the same thing at the same time, Curry. That spawner looks so bad. It's great that they have the second one here for an option.
Wow.
Like, I don't even know what to say. We're basically watching the same thing at the same time.
And look at this this blaze is selling on Hax's side. Has to get out of there. I like the punch to make sure he gets kill credit. Yeah, he punched it so he gets kill credit. I was really worried about the situation because Lowkey was at this bottom Blaze spawner, but now with it being a double here, it's so interesting. I mean, Hax has
He's
5
on
rods already,
5.
and there's another spawn
Loki's on
cycle.
3. How
Oh
did
my
Hax
goodness.
get so far ahead? Was it just Lowkey like staying at that lower spawner more?
I
Maybe not
think
getting a Blaze
Lowkey
bed
just
off
had
as
to
soon?
enter
Yeah,
a
Hax is on
little bit
7 rods,
slower.
building his
Yeah.
portal.
Oh my
Lowkey's
god.
only
I
on
mean,
3.
Lowkey will be getting
Wow.
close now. Probably going to be able to get to 6 after these 2 blazes. I think this last one will drop. I think they were just like off cycle slightly. But this should drop. It does. So Lowkey's going to be able to build portal here. But the difference is Hax has 7 and the first die breaks, which means that Lowkey's going to have to get another rod that Hax already has. Wow.
Do we know if
Great.
Lowkey's pre-crafted? Does he have an advantage there? Maybe different gold situations? Hax only has
Lowkey is
1 bread.
pre-crafted. Lowkey is pre-crafted.
And
Both
so that
runners
makes
have
up
1
the time.
bread.
He can enter much faster.
But he
Both have
has to
gold
kill 1
picks.
more blaze. He
Oh,
has to
yeah.
kill 1 more blaze. He
It did not
gets it.
drop. Oh, it did. Okay.
It did drop. He's out. Both players taking terrain. Looks pretty standard here. Very open. A little bit of a ravine, but this is where the gold pickaxes come into play. Hax digging down.
Oh my gosh.
Scary, but it's fine. Lowkey digging down. Not even digging down yet. Using a boat. Potentially going to get to the terrain soon. Has to pick up the boat, but Hax is in the stronghold at 610. Not starter.
Yeah.
Could be weird. Lowkey going to build the portal now, building it slightly higher. This is going to potentially mean something when he falls. So he's going to lose a little bit of time here.
So bad.
He's going to be able to
That could
build
be
the
it for him.
portal, but this means
Hax
that
hears
he's
it,
also
maybe?
not going to land spawner or not going to land starter. And Hax does
Hax
hear it. You're right.
Under it.
So Hax has a huge advantage here. And Lowkey's in the same spot. Hax has to hunger reset. Lowkey will as well. There's no time save there for Lowkey. Potentially hearing it as well. Gonna dig, but it might be too little too late. Hax, in the end, it's caged 57. Doable for these runners. Lowkey in the portal room now, but is it too little too late?
It's front.
It's a
Gonna be
tough
going for a side
0.
setup here from Hax. Maybe Lowkey tries to push top. I just don't know if it's possible with buried 57. Hax at 96.
Hax is in a weird height. Has to
Going
go down
to
This is
94,
low.
95. Is he even gonna make this one here? And
He's not gonna make it.
And this is
Oh my God, gets
so
the boat
bad
off.
for Hax.
But Lowkey's
just
pro
so
was
much
so good.
hesitation there. Lowkey, not
Here's the thing,
hesitating,
though.
gets the course.
Look at his health. Look at his health. He's so low,
Oh
Parker.
my.
He has to do this in a
This is a
little
good
amount of
rotation
beds.
for a great damage. That's half the dragon's
Wow.
health here. He's gonna get another great double bed here.
Oh
And this
my
is gonna
God.
finish it off. And wow, incredible 0 from Lowkey.
Unbelievable to do that on 2.5 hearts. Amazing use of the bow. When you get the double bed off, you only take the damage for the first bed. You don't take double damage. So he's able to only take half a heart on 2 bed explosions there. Absolutely huge plays from Lowkey. And because Hax's Pearl was too high, he was at Y96, had to get down to Y94, hesitated, wasn't able to get the 0 off. And even though Lowkey was behind there, able to clutch it out. Unbelievable first seed, sub 8. Look at these splits. Lowkey had such a slight lead early game. I mean, we were watching the same run up until the fortress. Hax makes up time at the spawner, makes up time going to the stronghold, takes a little bit more time entering the end, but it was still more than Lowkey. But it doesn't matter because Lowkey hits an unbelievable 0 cycle.
Yeah, that's gotta be so tough for Hax. You know, I'm wondering what his mental is. Do you think he's thinking, hey, I should have won that. I was in the end faster. I just had one mistake in the end. Or is it like, I had one mistake in the end. Oh no, you know? Like,
I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, insane. Oh my God.
Anyone who watches these top runners outside of ranked knows that the main thing that everyone practices at any point, no one's practicing really at this point. Oh, like, let me figure out how I'm getting a buried treasure. Almost everyone is practicing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 all the time, every time. It's always end game. That's all these runners practice because you're just so used to everything else at this point. And it's in a situation, Hax knows what he has to do. But when it's an 057, you're on that pace, and it's just such an awkward Pearl. Like maybe he just wasn't expecting that Pearl to be so high. Maybe he thought it was going to be at like 93 and it lands at 96. It's just so awkward. And you have to dig down. And it was such a situation where probably just wasn't thinking in the moment to lower it to 90. And if it didn't fly at 90, he would have maybe been able to take this first seed.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think did he have more health than Lowkey even? Like, I just feel flustered, and I wasn't even playing that seed. Like,
yeah,
wow.
That was crazy. I mean, there was not a second to breathe throughout all that matchup, let alone for us. I mean, for the runners, just unbelievable gameplay. And I think that first match really showed the high-level gameplay we're getting in these grand finals, the high-level gameplay we're getting in this final day in general. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. Both of these players going to give everything they have. I mean, again, Parker, $1,500 is on the line for this match. It's technically not a money game because it's going into the money. You win this, you get into the money, but you're guaranteed second place, guaranteed $1,500. That's what's at stake for these two runners.
100%.
We're going to see here the second seed Rune Portal.
Oh.
I mean, listen, if I got a 623 Rune Portal yesterday,
Yeah.
I would also pick Rune Portal. That makes a lot of sense.
I think it totally makes sense. I don't know what our luck is looking like. I remember yesterday we had some just insane Rune Portal chests. I don't know if we're going to get that lucky again. Maybe we'll see some weird bucket and nether portal completion where you don't have the iron going into the bastion. But we could still get a golden carrot, gold axe, iron pickaxe, completable Rune Portal. If that happens, I'm gonna flip out. These two players.
I'm gonna flip out too.
Oh
I mean, it's just a 751 Shipwreck is just absolutely bananas. And now we get to a seed type where we can get some crazier pace. And I mean, I'm trying to remember. I mean, back to that seed, like that was not an easy bastion to play. Like they had to figure out everything, triple the gap from top to mid to back to under the original triple. A really impressive route from both runners, and just the gameplay we're seeing so far, the decision making from both runners has been absolutely lights out perfection.
And very similar, you know, we can tell that it's like very good decision making because both of them are making it.
What?
Oh
my god, jump scare.
Village Rune Portal seed.
But I mean, this
Let's
is gonna
see
be
what's in it.
completable.
I mean, this looks really good.
It's a
But no
god
gold
apple.
axe.
Oh my goodness gracious.
nice.
No
That's
gold
nice.
axe. But they are going to have a gold apple. They do have flint and steel. They'll probably kill like a cow. We have a gold shovel that'll help get potentially. I'm curious what these runners are going to do. Do we dig down to get stone tools? Interesting.
I think so.
I like the play of Lowkey actually using the gold shovel. I mean, this is such a micro time save, but Hack's kind of muscle memory and digging on the netherrack because usually that's faster. Lowkey recognizing that he has the gold shovel, so digging on the dirt instead ends up getting the stone a little bit quicker. And Hack's, this is a major deviance. Hack's is going to make shears here, Parker. This is a really big decision. Do you want to tell the audience why this is crazy?
Because in the Bastion, Lowkey needs 1 more iron ingot. Hax needs 3. Hax could just get rolled on a chest where Lowkey doesn't, but Hax is just so far ahead with the leaves, doesn't have to mine as much wood, is in the nether faster. But let's see this chest. Gets a couple nuggets.
I wonder if with the nuggets, if it's enough for Lowkey to finish.
So, but Hax gets enough iron from here.
No, it's not.
And so suddenly, his decision is paid off, and he's ahead by 10 or 20 seconds. Maybe not 20 seconds. By 10 seconds, both similar food. I'm not sure, actually. How much food did Hax get?
I don't think either got too many. I mean, Lowkey's going to eat the notch now. Hax has no food, and Lowkey has 4 steak. Hax has no food, Lowkey has 4 steak. So that's a really big difference. And that's why Hax has to kind of hold on to the enchanted golden apple right now. Whereas Lowkey can kind of eat it now, not have to worry about food, not really have to worry about anything, can play a lot more aggressive in this bastion. And I don't know. I don't think this was a good gap. It's not. Look at this route that Hax is going to do to get to the middle rampart. Just a beautiful showcase of the knowledge that he has about this bastion. Going to break the chest here to aggro even more piglins. Dig down. This left side we know has to be the good gap. I mean, it's just a beautiful play. But because Lowkey can play so much more aggressively, he's actually going to be in this gap almost the exact same time. And again, we're watching a mirror match. We're watching a mirror match again.
Yeah, it's just going so back and forth. Hax was ahead, but Lowkey has the 4 steak here. That's like so powerful. Like, sure, you have a notch, but that's not going to carry you throughout the whole seed. Hax, like, depending how far the fortress is, I didn't see it. Hax is probably going to be eating that before the Stronghold split.
I mean, to be honest with you, Parker, I don't really like him waiting a little bit any more than he currently is because an apple only heals 2 hunger bars. He's already down 3. If he gets down to it being 1.5, he's not even going to regen naturally. So this is going to be a really awkward food situation for Hax here. I mean, I would assume you eat it now. Like, I'm very surprised he hasn't eaten it yet. Maybe he wants to get at least 1 more pearl off, but I usually like to prefer the saturation for at least a little bit. But obviously, I'm going to be quite honest. I would defer to Hacks rather than myself here. Clearly, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's
Let's see
fair.
here.
And I'm wondering too now, because like I would probably wait to eat it because I think there's more value on the absorption hearts and the regen effect from the notch rather than just the saturation that you get.
Sure.
But the saturation definitely is a deal. Looks like both players are leaving. Hack's using that absorption really well, but now it's just out. Needs to
I mean, they're
find
in the fort at
spawner.
the exact same time. I think they're entering from a
Oh
very
my.
similar spot, and it's a buried fort. So no spawner for anyone. Just going to have to kind of guess,
Oh,
do a little
wrong
bit
turn
of
from Hack.
guesswork here. Hack's already backtracking. Lowkey hears Blazes, not the spawner, though, is obviously going to kill them, but nothing on any side of the screen yet in the department of a spawner. Nothing for Hacks.
Yep.
Potentially down this way. Still nothing. Lowkey at the
It's really
same
awkward.
exact part. There's a spawner for Hacks, I believe. And Lowkey now in the open part as well. Both at the spawner at the exact same time.
Oh my gosh, Curry! Like, the only difference here is Lowkey has the food, Pearling to a second spawner, Hack's getting some strays now, so I think is maybe up a blaze now because,
I mean, Hacks is lowering the render entirely. Lowkey deciding to fully play the spawner here. This is something where it could totally matter. It is very rare, I feel, for top runners to lower their render. A lot of them really just prefer to play the spawner, but I think this really kind of coincides with Hacks' playstyle of really always pushing each seed as much as possible. This isn't a warp forest, which makes fortresses spawn more mobs, so it's more of a necessary play to do this here. It has a bigger payoff, and we see 4 rods to 3. It might be the slight difference Hacks needs to stay ahead here.
But he's going to need that difference because I think Lowkey probably might not have to hunger reset the entire rest of the seed. Hack's probably going to be hunger resetting in the overworld here, and going to have to be hunger resetting again in the stronghold, depending how far it is.
Yeah,
but it's a fast blind. 520 for Hacks.
That's a great point. Lowkey building portal now. Still needs 1 more rod. Hacks needs 2. Are we going to hunger reset? Yes, we are going to hunger reset. No shovel. So has to pearl down a little bit slower. Gets everything. Are we going to kill a pig? We are going to kill a pig on the side of Hacks. I like this play. And now we're out.
How many pork, though? This could matter.
Behind.
If it's only 1 pork, maybe it still needs hunger reset.
It is only 1 pork. It is only 1 pork.
It's just going to really depend how he plays his food here. Probably going to want to throw 2 pearls. Lowkey also on the same amount of food, though. But I think up a rod? No,
Hacks is out. Hacks is out. Hacks is fully out. Hacks is down on saturation a little bit, but should be okay. I mean, this terrain is really awkward. Potentially, Lowkey finds something else. This rod should drop. Lowkey, it drops for Lowkey. Takes a lot of damage getting it, and is going to actually take the exact same terrain that Hacks took. And now, all of a sudden, it could be a situation where, again, Hacks is in the driver's seat. Lowkey has 4 gold pickaxes, deciding to mine through. Opens terrain. Going to go up. Only on a heart, though. Lives, but very low. Has to eat here. Both players are going to have to hunger reset in the stronghold. Hacks there now. Another sub 7 stronghold. I don't love this spike for Hacks.
Yeah, this could be really bad for Hacks. I mean, we saw the entered first last
Hacks has 11 eyes, Parker. Hacks has 11 eyes.
No way.
Why does Hacks have 11 eyes?
Oh, no. I just don't even know.
Oh my god.
I just don't know. No spike still. Is Lowkey going to get a spike sooner? Not going to have as many mobs as Hacks does.
Lowkey has a good spike.
That's a good spike.
Hacks finds the portal, though. Is it a 1 eye?
Is it a 1 eye? Is it a 1 eye?
He doesn't even check. We have to hunger reset first.
He's
just fully playing for it. Lowkey's here too. It is. It is. Hacks is in.
Faster. But Lowkey not far behind. Lowkey could still make up time if Hacks doesn't nail this 0. If it's 2 plus 2, potentially, maybe versus like a 3 rotation. Hacks,
it literally might depend on the
good pearl, probably pushing 95. Awkward. No, pushing 97. Should have time here. Has a crossbow. 1 rotation.
Lowkey gets here so much earlier. He can do a double bet earlier. It could be a 2 plus 2 for Lowkey.
No way. Oh my god, 2 plus 2. He does have another crossbow. Oh my gosh. That could have been it, Curry. Lowkey, that was almost 2 plus 2. Close. Hacks 3 rotation. Oh my gosh. Surely nothing weird with the stream delay happened. It's not gonna be another Feinberg hack situation, right?
No, I think it's fully Hacks here. I think it's fully Hacks here.
Oh my gosh!
Lowkey was so close to 2 plus 2-ing. so unbelievably close to 2 plus 2. Look at these splits. I mean, Lowkey taking less time in the Stronghold, entering this 4 seconds slower. If he hit the 2 plus 2 there, that genuinely might have been enough. And they were literally dead even entering the Fortress. Unbelievable.
Wow, this is grand finals quality matchup right here. Like, oh my gosh, I want to see. We might need to start getting some dragon death statistics for how fast people are going. Like, they both like 3 rotation there though, right? So I assume
they did both 3
probably 4
rotation.
seconds
It's just
well.
Lowkey was
oh
so
my
close to the 2 plus 2. That was the thing, because when Lowkey got to the setup so much quicker. So much quicker. Redlime said the death time dragon difference is 5.5 seconds. So I don't think if Lowkey 2 plus 2'd, it would have mattered, because maybe the way that Hax's third bed went off, because he just had to do so little damage, it was just like the dragon was just a little bit lower compared to Lowkey. So something like that can be a little bit of a situation. But the fact that it was that close is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, Parker, both of these matches, both of these seeds in this matchup have been unreal. This match has absolutely lived up to the hype so far.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, Hax has entered end first on both seeds. So I wonder if Lowkey's thinking that. I mean, Lowkey, if I'm looking back at his matches, has been pressed up against the wall in both these matches. It's not like he's like Dougal having 2 3-0s. Lowkey had a 3-2, another 3-2, and is now not entered the end first. But like both matches have been so close. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable. I mean,
at least
listen,
game 4.
I appreciate Lowkey bringing us to game 5s. Like, I respect that. Like, maybe he's on the side of the script writers all the time. Like, I respect that. Like, it's really always great to have game 5s with someone of his caliber, and we're seeing the absolute pinnacle of that between these two. And if he's able to pull it out, Parker, we could see a rematch of last season's grand finals that went to a game 7 between Lowkey and Dougal. Or is Hax going to try and get revenge on Dougal for winning in season 5 grand finals when Dougal beat Hax 4-1? Like, I can't believe how much, no matter what happens, we are winning so much. Like, the audience, us, Nerdy and Feinberg later, like, we are winning. It's just such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness gracious. So we're going to be heading to the seed 3 now. We already know it's guaranteed to be buried treasure. Now, a little bit of context. Both of these players have never really had like a major RSG arc where buried treasure is much more common. I would say Lowkey has done RSG more probably than Hax. Hax basically loaded up RSG one time like 6 months ago and got like a sub 9, and then like another day got like a sub 8. So like these players are just absolutely like they're just so good that they don't have to put like this absurd amount of time into RSG that maybe some other runners have in the past, where you see someone like a Dougal who really grinded for a world record. Like it's just absolutely crazy. I'm really excited to see this buried treasure matchup. They're both going to obviously be comfortable with it because they're ranked, but the general idea of the seed type in this matchup is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm just lost for words, man. I just genuinely feel like I just feel still in shock from that last match.
Yeah, it is absolutely unreal. Like, it is absolutely unreal. I'm so excited. This is a big match, though. And honestly, Parker, we saw yesterday, I believe it was in the silver matchup. I believe Lowkey missed a buried treasure yesterday.
You're right.
So that is something where we have to be aware of that. We could potentially see something silly here, but we're going in. This is a huge matchup. The winner of this will have match point on the other going into seed 4. Both very confident potentially here. Do we get like a nice ocean like stone cutout? No, but Lowkey digging first and is going to get the BT. That is 23 iron. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely loaded. You know, you can be able to make all of your tools. Nothing to worry about here. Food situation's not crazy. 2 salmon, 3 cod, but should be comfortable for both runners. And we're going to see some iron doors from Hax, but not Lowkey. Very interesting here. You know, Hax has the iron door, so it's not going to be able to, or not needing to mine as much wood. Lowkey having wood doors, not sure how much it matters in general, but like every little time save, you're going to want with these two players. We're seeing them go back and forth, but where are they leaving for their ravine now? Lowkey's on a magma portal.
Great magma. Hax taking a little bit worse terrain here. It is going to be the same Magma Ravine, but Lowkey taking so much better terrain. And I think the thing that also stood out to me is it's not a like majorly big food seed, only 2 salmon, 3 cod. We saw in the Shipwreck seed how much this food matters. I mean, even in the Ruin Portal seed, we also saw how much this food matters. So both these players have not really had a comfortable, I would say, food situation really at any point. And this is going to be another seed where even though it's BT, sometimes you can get really comfortable food. Having only 5 pieces, especially when 3 of them are cod, could be a potential point of something we notice later on in this matchup.
Yeah, and Lowkey has a substantial lead now. Hack's just messing up his portal, like places water on the like level of stone because he didn't have a too deep portal. Lowkey
Yeah.
did, so it's just like that time difference might determine the whole seed. Oh, I like to see Lowkey going on top of the fossil there. Nice
Yeah, I
movement.
really like this terrain knowledge. I mean, we see the Bridge Bastion here. I see a triple on both sides, so we're probably going to see something similar to the Bridge Bastion we saw in the last matchup, where both of these runners are almost certainly going to force the right side Donkey Kong route because it's just less places for the Piglins to traverse. They have less of a chance to be stupid. Sometimes Piglins just do not want to cooperate in a Bridge Bastion. They're going to probably push the right side here, unless we see a fort, but I haven't seen a fort for either runner yet. Hax is looking. Lowkey's been pie charting, and it seems like it's very close. Also having to deal with some Hoglins, and Lowkey's going to decide to go left side Donkey Kong here. I don't know if I fully agree with this, unless that's also the direction that the pie chart was, which I missed. So that could be the case.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Lots of things to consider, you know. The Bridge Bastion is still getting a little bit fleshed
my
out.
God.
Oh, Hax already has
Did
a
you
Pearl
see that?
trade from the distraction and is deciding to play Jason. So they're going to be on different ramparts. You know, if one gets Obby and the other doesn't, that could be a difference in decision making and time. Hax kind of out of wood now, having to use that. Lowkey had more blocks than Hax.
Hax has exactly 15 wood, 3 birch planks in his inventory, 12 oak. He has 2 random birch planks somewhere later in his inventory, but a very interesting difference of route. I thought that was a beautifully played Jason from Hax there. That was really, really well done. But we see the Obby actually, Parker, is in the other rampart. So Lowkey just has all the Obby he's going to need. Never has to really check this other triple here.
Yeah, this is kind of bad for Hax because not only does he need to go to the other rampart to get his obsidian, he also is probably going to be wanting to mine some of his wood he used on the bridge for maybe some more gold picks, maybe another bed. That can matter a lot because even though he does a route that typically gets more pigs, he did Jason as opposed to Lowkey's. I guess not more pigs, but like just difference in routing.
Just
Lowkey's
quicker,
just out
yeah.
first.
Yeah, Lowkey's out first just because I think just had such a lead originally. And I think the big thing here was just the obsidian and the other rampart. We could see Hax is almost certainly going to leave once he finalizes everything. Yeah, is out. Raising render. I thought I had a pearl hang. There it is. It lands finally. But Lowkey's already at a spawner. I feel like I blinked. I didn't even see him enter the fortress.
No, we did just blink and Lowkey's blaze bedded an entire spawner. And suddenly it's looking really bad for Hax.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first seed where Lowkey has taken a commanding lead, or really any seed where anyone has taken a commanding lead in this matchup. And Hax finding out, maybe messed up the Pyre a little bit, seeming to go diagonal, having to re-Pyre away from the Bastion, really struggling to find anything here. Right next to a gas. I mean, Parker, all of this time is just more food that he has to eat, more pearls that he has to throw that Lowkey doesn't have to do.
Yeah, just lost in the sauce. Like, if the rest of the match is as close as it's been in the other seeds, this is it for Hax. I mean, never count him out, though. Like, we still got to see how far the Stronghold is. You know, maybe Lowkey has a bad nav, maybe takes a death. But Hax, it's just so bad. Now seeing the fortress for the first time, but is a full split behind.
A full split behind, I believe, is also fully out of food. Gonna pearl on 2 hearts, knows he has to push it. A very risky play, but necessary in this type of situation. But Parker, Lowkey's throwing a second eye. It's not a lot, but it's something where it gets Hax at least somewhat back if another thing like that could potentially happen.
Yeah, a couple seconds here, there. Hax is going to lose time. Probably going to be Hungary setting in the overworld. Kind of scary with all these blazes here.
Yeah, I mean, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. I'm not sure how many more rods Lowkey needs, but should be able to leave. Only needs 1. Only needs 1 here, and we'll be able to leave. Gonna pre-charge a crossbow. Everything else is done. We've pre-crafted all Lowkey needs is a rod, and it's not far. It's only 90 blocks to
burns!
travel in that, but he
Burns
burned the
into another
rod,
cycle. And so
and he has to wait.
Hax
Oh
could
my
save
God.
2 full spawn rotations if he sends the 2-eye, which I don't know if he'll do, but he's definitely saving at least 1 if he doesn't have any rods burn like Lowkey does. This is so bad. The rates are so slow. It's a Soul Sand Valley for it. Maybe Hax makes up time with Strays, and suddenly the door's kind of open. You know, Hax lost so much time getting to the fortress, but the rod burning was just so bad.
Especially if Hax doesn't have to throw another eye, and he doesn't, and it's only 340 blocks for Hax. Are they playing different spawners and we didn't realize? That's only 340.
They were both forest, and I thought they both had a hill like this, but maybe not.
I mean, that is ridiculously close for Hax. Still needs the one striker.
Doing purling onto the roof to get blocks down to build his portal a little bit faster. Wait, but he's here so he's here so fast. Was it also 300 for Lowkey?
It wasn't 300. It was like 700 or 800 or something.
Okay, but they were the same spawners.
Hax is only 300. I thought they were the same spawners too. Maybe it's just the bit rate or something. It looked very, very close. But Lowkey's in the Stronghold. I mean, is hesitating a little bit. There's like a little bit of just this awkwardness from Lowkey right now that Hax could potentially make up time on. This doesn't look great, Parker. I don't know if Lowkey knows where to go.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I did not think Hax was going to be able to make it back on the seed. Still a little bit awkward for him. Lowkey, if he finds the portal room, it could just be a lock. But just going the wrong ways, maybe didn't like spawn in starter.
I mean,
and like the door's still open, just a crack.
The door is fully open now. I mean, they are now in the same split.
Oh my gosh.
Lowkey's back
wide open now.
Lowkey's been here.
Stronghold? Like, wait. He's like in a cave corrupted. Did he build slightly lower? Oh, I thought that was the portal room. God. Lowkey's in the portal room.
Lowkey's in the portal room though. Hax has to backsnap here. Has a good spike. Potentially just sending whatever spike he has now. But Lowkey's just going to enter. And Parker, it was a 3-eye if Hax wanted to get crazy. But it is going to be a situation where Lowkey just has the chance to fully pull ahead here in this game 3. But it's just such a low ball.
He goes for a second one. He's on half hearts, Curry. He should have he's on 2 hearts
time here.
He
has to hit another
rotation. Okay.
Rotation.
He regen though. He regen. This should be fine. That was scary though. Really scary.
Has some armor that's helping out as well.
Totally fine.
Huge damage here, and it's actually going to die in 3 rotations.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable 0 for Lowkey.
Wow.
No boat break, and what a crazy roller coaster for Lowkey believers.
I was so scared with that regen. Oh my gosh.
2 billion mistakes.
2 billion mistakes.
2 billion mistakes. But look at what Hax did. Hax also had a low pearl. It didn't end up mattering, but
really
very interesting situation from both of these runners on this seed. I mean, another sub-9 in this matchup. Just, wow. The back and forth has been crazy. Hax was behind a minute entering the fortress. Brought it down to 30 seconds. You got to at least be feeling somewhat good about that if you're Hax. You brought it all the way back. You had so much time lost trying to find the fortress. And Lowkey, you could see it, is at least somewhat in his head, typing out 2 billion mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. Like, even though you got a sub-9 and you won the match, like, I don't, like, that wasn't Lowkey's cleanest gameplay. So is it going to be in his head? Is that going to dictate how he plays in the next seed? Hax needs to win this next seed if he wants to stay in the tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, this is match point for Lowkey now. Grand finals trip on the line. And before we head into a game 4 here, a seed 4, we actually do have some mid-match analysis from our lovely hosts, Beef Salad and Fulham, to break down this incredible seed that we just had. I believe Fulham had caught out a moment with Beef Salad that they want to analyze in a little bit more detail, which I'm very excited about. So why don't we, in a moment, take a look? I'm double checking. I'm looking over here because I'm like, Oliver, are we ready? Oliver, are we ready? I think we have to change something very quickly, but we are good to go. So we're going to throw it over to Beef Salad and Fulham, and we'll see you back here very shortly for a match 4.
Okay, what a fantastic first few seeds we had in this matchup. Wow, just absolute cinema so far. We just wanted to pick up on one small little thing that the commentators were wondering about. How exactly Lowkey was able to build up such a big gap between that fortress, the Bastion and the Fortress split. So, firstly, we grabbed this clip here and we want to talk first and foremost about the fact that he chose the different Rampart to Hax. Getting the Rampart with all the correct obby allowed him more time to be able to Pyre, and he knew it was about 10 chunks away. So he instantly pearled towards this direction, pearl hanging until he got the last few trades. He needed to grab some more pearls here and gets them straight away, able to instantly leave. And we see him find some absolutely devious terrain in this Soul Sand. We know Hax did a rescan here, but Lowkey finds this. Checks down this ravine here, and I mean, what can you say more than that? It's just such perfect gameplay to be able to find it, know in his head that around 10 chunks have passed, and to check this ravine.
Yeah, and he got like a very good view of the open part to the left, so he knew it had to be kind of buried over here somewhere, and he was just kind of looking for somewhere that went down and managed to find this.
Yeah. And obviously, being right on the spawner, he set up so much earlier. Obviously, he did end up burning a rod, was a little bit behind, made a few mistakes, but was able to clutch out the rest of the seed very cleanly ahead of hacking noises in this seed number 3. So we're going to send you back to seed 4. I don't want to keep this holding off any longer. Will Hax be able to pull this one back, or will it be all up to Lowkey in the grand final? Remember, if Lowkey wins this seed, he's moving on to the grand final. We'll be having the 3rd place match no matter what after this, so we will see you then. But Curry and Rekrap, take it away for seed number 4.
Thank you so much, Fulham and Beef Salad. Wow. I mean, that is incredible gameplay from Lowkey to figure that out. And we also saw Lowkey in the chat saying, I saw it on wide. I saw it on wide. And that's, you know, I mean, that's impressive. Just scouting it out, figuring it out. It's always good to just double check, see as much as you can. And then what a great job using all of that information to combine to get to the spawner much, much quicker. And it was exactly what he needed, because Parker, if it took him any more time, Hax was closing the gap. So that was, he needed all the time he saved there.
100%. Yeah, I think Lowkey played the beginning half of that seed much better, but Hax played the latter half much better than Lowkey did there. And it's interesting. I always find it interesting that to see these little snowball decisions happen in the seed where Hax decides to play a different route, is on a different rampart, and doesn't even have the opportunity to do a wide scan like Lowkey did. And that was the biggest difference, finding the fortress, you know? That's why Hax lost the seed.
Yeah, I mean, there's just an unbelievable matchup so far. It is 2-1 Lowkey. This is going to be match point going into grand finals. Let's see what the seed selection is going to be. Hax has decided Ruined Portal again. Ruined Portal again. Hax is deciding, you know what? I'm just a Ruined Portal main. Like, actually, you know what? This is for all the stat people out there. I'd love to see a stat of like what runners have picked over the course of the seasons. Like, does Hax like always try and pick Ruined Portal? Is he like a 60% when he has the opportunity, he will pick Ruined Portal? I'd be very curious in like if certain runners favor like specific seed types over the course of the seasons. I think that'd be really cool. But we're gonna see again. This has been Hax's bread and butter so far this entire tournament. Do you think he can pull it out again here, Parker, and send us to a game 5?
I think if anybody can do it, and if any seed can do it for Hax, it's this situation here.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's going to be very interesting. If Hax ends up winning, we could see a situation where Desert Temple is opened into Seed 5. Lowkey has Temple World Record, and before he got Temple World Record, he also had Temple World Record, so that could be a little bit scary. But before Hax can even worry about that, he has to get through this Ruined Portal seed here, and we're going to see just that in this matchup. What is this Ruined Portal type going to be? We have seen a lot of Obsidian completions, and it's another village, and it's another Obsidian completion with a gold axe. Only 20 iron, though. Parker, would you ever kill the golem in this situation? You have an axe.
I would. Yeah, I think I would in pretty much all situations. It's just guaranteed right there. You don't have to worry about weirdness in the Bastion. Then you also have an iron pick in the nether to like get netherrack if you need to. Both getting food here. Hax getting a lot of food.
Both players getting a lot of food.
Oh, but there's a blacksmith in the village. You might not even need to kill the golem. Garbage. But get a sword, so killing the golem is going to be a little bit better because you don't need wood. But Lowkey's just going to be in first.
This is a massive difference in gameplay between these two runners. Both grabbed a lot of food. Hack's taking much more time here. I feel like checking the blacksmith, I don't even hate that play, but it's just, it was so far. And it was a situation where maybe killing the golems like a little bit faster, but maybe you're just banking on, you only need the 1 iron for the pick. That's all you needed. You were hoping just for 1 there. Doesn't get it. We have a treasure bastion, but this is a situation where it is like the most awkward bastion, in my opinion, to play before you have an iron pickaxe. This is going to be funky.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you got to go all the way to the top of the rampart. And that's why I'm kind of sad Hax didn't get the sword and kill the iron golem. Because, I mean, no, I don't know if that would be faster than just
It's
looting
a
the
tough
chest here. It's just weird. They both have good food, so you're not going to have to worry about
Well, look at these block breaks
that.
from Lowkey. And there's the
There's
iron. Really like how Lowkey handled this. Is also going to be able to get an iron axe out of this situation as well. This is going to be super nice. Going to head all the way back down to start the route. But Hax is just so behind doing these things that Lowkey already did. And it's very, very difficult to make up time on someone like Lowkey in this situation. It was very rare that it happened last seed, and it would be even rarer to happen again. So Hax is going to have to find some type of way to make up the difference now, and is going to be in a tough spot. Checks the iron chest first. That helps.
That does help. I mean,
man.
like you're saying that, like, Hax needs to play lights out. Like, is Lowkey even gonna give an opportunity for Hax to make up time? It's just so brutal. Hax needs this win so bad, and he's already just down and dealing with the gas. There's fire now. Gonna mess with pigment pathfinding. Meanwhile, Lowkey is just did he see the fort? I wasn't looking properly.
I don't think either has seen the fort yet. Lowkey had checked before. I'm not 100%, but I haven't seen anything on either side. This is going to be a tough time for both runners, because again, it's a difficult decision anyway in a treasure bastion to like decide, oh, am I going to look for the fortress? Am I going to break the spawner? But I feel like in a situation where maybe does Lowkey want to play a little bit safer? He knows he entered the bastion 20 seconds ahead. He knows he is up. He doesn't have to win this game. Do you play it a little bit safer? Does Hax try and play a little bit more aggressively? We're going to have to see. Both runners still getting gold blocks.
Fantastic point there. It's just, it's just so tough. I mean, there is a lot of opportunity for making up time here. Both runners are probably going to make the same decisions leaving the bastion, though. I don't know what kind of quadrants we're in. There's good visibility, but Lowkey is still just looking for a fortress. Maybe he pushes...
He doesn't see anything.
Yeah, it's tough. Wasting a lot of time here. Maybe Hax just commits to breaking the spawner. Looks like Lowkey is going to break the spawner. This is an opportunity for Hax to make up time here. It's just, I feel like Hax kind of has to just send a direction here. Really just looking so hard.
They both need obby. Lowkey has 16 obby. Lowkey only has 16 obby.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
So they have to go bottom regardless. And Lowkey's handling this in a really awkward way. I've actually never seen this. There are 5 billion gold blocks in the chest. Diamond pickaxe. Wow. I mean, here's the thing though, Parker. That was like a really weird, like time lossy thing for Lowkey there with just how he managed the chest and stuff. I think Hax is made up at least sometime. I think could be in a situation.
Time also getting a lava bucket.
Like, yeah, getting a lava bucket. I mean, that's the thing now, right? Like
crafting. Oh my, 9 gold blocks in that chest.
Yeah, that's just unbelievable.
Decides not to take the diamonds. That is crazy.
That is ridiculous. Lowkey is going to be leaving. Also has the diamond pick now instead of the iron that Hax is going to have. Hax leaving, though. No, just a pearl hang. Lowkey still looking for the fort. Doesn't see it. Back at home portal. Still nothing on his screen. Has 19 obby, though. So decided to leave. Is going to have to spend 10 seconds mining the pick. Or mining the obsidian with the pick. Hax is still only on 17 obsidian, though. Has obviously a tremendous amount of gold. But Lowkey finally finds the fortress and pearled directly on the blaze spawner.
Yeah, I really don't like Hax's decision to not get the diamonds there, even just for like a diamond axe if you didn't want to. It's just like, I mean, as an iron sword, gold axe combo, Lowkey's just at the spawner, though. This is looking really bad for Hax here.
Trades are slow on the obsidian. Really there it is, 21. Hax can leave. Has to make up some time here, getting the fort. Lowkey's pearl to the spawner was not great. It's an opportunity for Hax. Both players still have plenty of food, but it's not food that regens quickly. And Lowkey already at 2 blaze rods. Hax not even in the fort yet, let alone seeing it.
you think we'll see some aggressive play in the fort because Hax knows he's down? This is his life on the line. Do you think he's going to be playing for strays here as opposed to a spawner? I mean, Lowkey has to mind the obby, so that's like 10
I don't know if
seconds
Lowkey has to mind the obby. I think the reason his render is so down right now is because he pearl hung to home portal.
Portaling?
So I'm
Really?
not 100%, but he doesn't look like he has any intention of mining the portal right now. It doesn't look like he has any intention of building a portal right now. Never mind. I will stop talking. I will just fully stop talking. And we are going to have to mine Obsidian. So he just has his render very low right now. And he's going to be leaving, portaling out. Hax is here, but doesn't have to do the same thing that Lowkey has to do. This is just a raw 10-second time loss.
Oh, look at the eye. That could be really bad. I mean, if Hax throws the eye in a slightly different spot, it could go down all the way down that hill. That's losing time. Lowkey's stripping some logs. How many rods is Lowkey at?
Lowkey's at least 3, I think. Hax at 2.
Any more? There's 1, 2.
I mean, has to do.
3,
I mean,
and
Hax
is he
has a
out
ton
then?
of blazes. Potentially out, raising render, getting ready to leave, maybe. And if he's leaving, this is a really rough look for Hax, and he is leaving. Lowkey done. Next split ready to go. Everything ready. Oh my god, almost falls. Totally fine. Has so much food still. The terrain is so open too, Parker. It's going to be hard for Hax to make up really any time here.
I totally agree. If you're a Hax fan, you're gonna need to hope that Lowkey has some weirdness in the Stronghold. Look at that portal build!
That is
oh my
shit.
god!
Oh my.
Lowkey just
Oh my god, but he missed!
flexing.
No, he didn't. Never mind.
Just in
That could have been really hype,
bit
though.
weird.
Could have been really hype.
Pretty good spike
Very
there.
clean spike.
Purling. Ooh,
through.
weird
pearl.
Good light here. Just a library though, not opening up. I mean, it might be over.
It was
Hax
a pretty
hasn't
good
even
spike.
measured his eyes, and Lowkey hasn't
I
found it
like
yet.
the spike. It's far. Is it here?
Is that
it's a deep portal room.
No, is this
it?
It
is portal room.
It. But let's wait for the 0. If it's an easy 0, this is probably it for Hax. Is it buried? It's buried. Oh,
it's buried. It's 57. The diamond pickaxe comes in huge here.
Back dragon. There's potential for flying, but Lowkey's got some good pearls here. It's really low. Only probably going to be able to push 90.
Yeah, I don't think either runner is going to be able. Hax got the cord so fast.
Yeah, how is Hax just like here all of a sudden?
If this dragon flies on 90, something is open.
Yeah, maybe
but it has to fly.
It
does. It flies. So everything is on the table now. What's the ground situation? What's the perch situation?
Yeah. Like,
but it flies.
Oh my gosh. Because he could assume that the dragon flew because of how the end is set up. It was a low tower. You can only go to 90. So he's like, maybe it flew. So as soon as he enters the end, maybe he forces ground zero
has a gold pick.
Just don't know if he has the explosives.
I believe even with the gold pick, Parker, it is pretty much impossible to hit back 057.95. I think there's quite literally nothing that Hax can do to make the 0 possible.
Oh, he doesn't have ground 0 prepared though. Like,
wait a minute, but Lowkey's boat breaking? What is he crafting? Oh, more anchors. And the dragon's gonna potentially perch here.
Is that the perch?
No, it's not. It's hard to tell. It's not going.
No. And Hax. If the dragon flies. Hax. I don't even think Hax should shoot any crystals. I mean, he doesn't have a bow here. Is this just up to the dragon?
He has so many explosives. I don't know if he can craft iron bars. Hax could go for ground here. No, just going to go for perch.
He has iron.
Hax has to get a faster perch. This is all RNG now. There's nothing really that either runner can do besides Lowkey is guaranteed to have a faster force perch at the end than Hax. And an east-wested for Hax. Oh my god.
No way.
This is going to take a while to come down. It's going to take a little bit longer to kill the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
The dragon has said, we're extending this match. That could be the perch for Lowkey, but it could be too little too late. It is the perch for Lowkey, and Hax is still going to kill the dragon before Lowkey gets a first bet off, and we're heading to a Game 5 in an unbelievable semifinals matchup.
Oh my gosh. In his darkest hour, he needed it most. Just the RNG? Just the luck. That's part of Minecraft, though. Random seeds, randomness all over. And
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I Oh my god.
Mods, shout out the dragon. Oh my
Shout
goodness.
out the dragon.
Shout out the dragon.
Game 5. Thanks for the game 5.
Oh my goodness gracious. I mean,
Oh my
we
God.
had this was the seed where Lowkey was just full ahead.
Yeah.
The whole seed. And
whole
this is
time.
the one where Hax ends up clutching up in the end just due to pure chance. Unbelievable. I mean,
That's
just
insane.
a crazy
That's
way.
insane.
Wow. In an unbelievable circumstance
Wow.
here.
I mean,
I
if you're
mean, just-
Lowkey at this moment, that's a tough loss. You know, you're in a minute faster in this high of a magnitude of match, and you lose because of that. Not because of any fault of your own. He pushed as high as he could on the 0. He had the
No.
diamond pick. The dragon just decided to fly, and then the dragon decided to give it to Hack. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh! I want to see this next match, man.
I want to see.
Give us
I want to
this
see
next
this
match.
match. I mean, this is the thing, though. I think like I we think back on like Hax got so unlucky. Like he saw the blacksmith, Lowkey didn't, and I think stuff like
True.
that over the course of a match,
Yeah.
it evens out. And Hax was able to get lucky when he needed it the most after getting really punished for something that I quite frankly think was a great play. And it's crazy how that ends up coming back in a full circle moment at the end there. I mean, just unbelievable set of stuff. We are gonna need to stall a little bit before going into this game 5.
Okay, that's
but I
fine.
mean, that's okay. It gives us time to like breathe again.
Yeah,
Gives us time to,
we're not
like-
even the players, and I'm like freaking
like-
out.
Like, oh my god, like it's just crazy. Like Parker, talk to me about like, I mean, you haven't played in playoffs, but you've played in LCQ, and you mentioned that like your nerves at these type of things. It's definitely something that like affects people. It's not something.
Mhm.
It's not even something that affects like in a positive or negative way. It's just something that you're just going to be aware of, right? So, what do you think for both of these runners who have been in these type of situations before? Like, what do you think's going through their mind here, going into this map 5?
I don't know. Lowkey, I think it's hard to say because he doesn't use a mic. I mean, he like messages in chat a little bit, but I feel like I don't have a good read on Lowkey. He does obviously have a lot of just data behind him and evidence that he's been here. He's been in these kind of situations. He's played in a lot of tournaments. So I think he's probably doing fine. I think Hax is also probably doing well. He's not one to, make any crazy like forfeit streaks. I think he's good mentally. He's always been like in the upper echelon of gameplay. I think they're both probably doing well mentally, but I don't know.
Wow. And I was not expecting this seed selection, Parker. We have a Shipwreck pick from Lowkey. So we're just getting the 5 seeds, or the 3 seed types that we've already played. Lowkey got the fastest seed in this best of 5 so far on a Shipwreck in the first seed. And Lowkey says, you know what? Let's do it again.
Let's run it back.
Personally, I'm shocked this is not Desert Temple.
Interesting. Why? Just because he had like the world record Desert Temple the other
Lowkey,
day?
I might get the seconds wrong here, but Lowkey has, I believe, a 626
Mhm.
Desert Temple, which is the fastest Desert Temple seed, and a 644 Desert Temple, which before the 626 was the fastest Desert Temple seed. So the fact that Hax banned that, I think that was what was going through Hax's head, and I feel like it's something that Lowkey's so comfortable with. But maybe again, it's Lowkey's probably the runner that we have like the least read on. Maybe it's a situation where Lowkey is just very comfortable on a Shipwreck style seed. So he just wants to stay Ocean, doesn't want to do BT, wants to do Shipwreck instead, maybe mess with Hax a little bit, knows that he got a sub 8. But Parker, if we remember correctly, on that Shipwreck seed, wasn't Hax ahead going into the end? That was the seed that he messed up
You're
the 0,
right.
right? So
yeah,
this
that
is
was
a
the
very interesting seed pick from Lowkey.
That is. I mean, I wonder if anybody does what I would do and just like random number generator and just says
Random-
like,
yeah,
"Screw it,
right?
I don't care. Give me any seed." But like those are such interesting points. We got a lot of iron here. You're gonna be able to make full tools plus shears,
Yeah.
as well as
Golden
7
carrots
carrots.
on the door. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I feel like personally, I feel like the pressure's on Lowkey now, right? Like, you just
Yeah,
lost.
I
You were
agree.
up 2-1. You're picking the seed type. This is what you wanted. So you have to now clutch this out and head to grand finals. Punch your ticket. But we're gonna see here. Hax is not gonna make that easy. Shears, unbelievable crafting on both sides, and we're gonna be entering
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah, I was about to say, just like they're just so good. They're just so good. Have we seen a
It is
Magma
crazy.
Ravine yet? This could be a
I don't
big decision
believe
making.
so.
Watch how each of these runners leaves the island. If they leave from even slightly different positions, you know, both grabbing gravel, probably. Lowkey spending a little bit more time looking around, likes this ravine towards the shipwreck. I think Hax
Yeah.
also likes this one, but it's just slightly ahead, making the decision a little bit faster. And so even if this is a bad ravine, they both made the same decision. But no, it's good, and Hax should be entering here 10 or 20
It's an
seconds
awkward
faster.
ravine. There's like not a
It is
great
awkward.
spot to build a portal. Like, I guess you go here. Hax is not going to really think about it too much. Misplaces the door. Lowkey finds a better spot earlier on, and Lowkey's going to make up all the time that he's lost on this portal build.
Really
this is
awkward.
Quite bad.
Lowkey messes up slightly, but just made up
up.
so much time. So much time.
This is a absolute
this is a
catastrophe
nightmare for Hax. Nightmare. He is in, but he lost so much time there. And suddenly, he's behind again. I mean, last seed we saw him behind, but that was only because he got lucky. I don't know if he can rely on luck to carry him through the seed again. Oh my gosh.
This is going to be tough. Hax checking for the fort, doesn't see anything.
Housing.
It is housing. It's going to be fast. It's a really nice terrain setup for Lowkey. Going to be able to just take immediate terrain up here to go to the triple. Hax, I'm not even sure where he's going to be entering from. Basically the same terrain. No fortress on either side. But I mean, Parker, this is like a 15, maybe 10-second lead for Lowkey. And housing's quick. We're gonna be in and out of here pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, we are gonna be out of here pretty quick. Lowkey gonna be aggroing these pigs here. Hax probably just playing this very similar, looting the chest.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, just like unbelievable looting. Almost leaves wood in the chest. Doesn't. I think Hax maybe saves a little bit of time there, but it's just.
I agree.
It's so marginal in this set of circumstances where Lowkey just has this commanding lead because of the enter. But again, like, I mean, Hax made it work last seed. It took a little bit of luck at the end, but we've seen either runner has the potential to jump out to a lead, and we haven't seen the early lead really in our first matchup either really coincide with anything so far. It's been a lot about this end game. This fortress play has been the big deciding factor in really every matchup so far today.
And a big thing here is going to be like Obby. If there's a weird Obby situation again, maybe Lowkey or Hax pre-crafts their golden carrots early and doesn't have that gold to trade anymore. Looks like Lowkey is just crafted into nuggets. Hax now dealing with his gold here. Is he gonna? He's crafted the carrots, so he's committing to that play. Whereas Lowkey maybe saves it in case he doesn't get 20 Obby. Only at 11 Obby right now. Checking for ways to leave the bastion. Are we going to see them go for backups? Are we going to see them go out into the center? It's dry manhunt housing. Maybe
it's certainly awkward. We have to think too. Remember, like Lowkey already doing the thing where he's pre-crafted the gold carrots. Oh, Lowkey or actually Hax has done that as well. Should be able to get 20 Obby here. An extra pearl trade for Lowkey, and is going to be heading out this back hole. I don't see the fortress yet, but this terrain looks very open, and we're going to be pearl hanging. Is Hax fully out, or are we also pearl hanging? Hax also pearl hang.
What's the Obby count? Lowkey on 24.
It's explosives, Parker. We have 29 string.
And Lowkey gets a little bit more. Another string and glowstone trade, so he's fully out. Fortress is right here. Hax waiting on that same trade, it looks like. Really far behind on the string.
String trade, yeah.
I think you're right. He should have enough. How much string?
He has two bed, three anchor. He has 2 bed, 3 anchor if he blaze beds. If he doesn't blaze bed, which I'm assuming he will, it will be 2 bed, 3 anchor, which is a difficult 0. It's gonna be very difficult. Lowkey has more explosives and Hax through a really not great pearl getting onto this floor, and that cost him a little bit of time, but there are some strays. He could maybe make it up. Has the golden carrots. We're at a spawner. Decides gonna ignore the strays, gonna go for the spawner. I like this play. The problem is Lowkey made this play 20 seconds ago, so Hax is gonna make it to this stray. Are we gonna potentially see another spawner for Hax? Yes, gonna activate both.
Yeah, it's just so tough. Lowkey is just commandingly in the lead. Not like by a crazy amount, but he's not giving a ton of opportunity for Hax to make it up here. Pre-crafting, he's got 3 beds, 3 anchors with a bow and a crossbow. Could see some funky 0. I think Hax, what is it? 2 bed, 3 anchor for him after he's blaze bedded?
Yeah, 2 bed, 3 anchor, which is a very difficult 0.
What are skeletons, Lowkey?
Is going to probably have to do some type of weird setup because of potential crystal breaks with that amount of explosives. Lowkey is set up blinding. 6 eyes. I'm not sure if he has any rods on top of that. There's no rods on the side of Hax, though, and no eyes. So Lowkey has a clear 3-rod advantage at least. Hax is pre-crafted, but it's going to be really difficult to make up this time when he's so behind. It is a far stronghold, though. I believe that's about 1,800 blocks on the side of Lowkey, and Hax now at 3 rods. So only about a rotation or so behind on Blaze spawns compared to Lowkey. But Lowkey sees 3 strays up here, and this could be him leaving
for the match.
This could be Lowkey leaving here. Has terrain, is going to leave.
Wow. Has plenty of pearls, has plenty of food. It's open terrain. Not a ton you can do here to make up time. So Lowkey might just be sealing the deal here by this play, just leaving.
I mean,
he's had some trouble in the Stronghold on the previous 2 seeds, but that's not a guarantee that he's going to have trouble this time. I mean, this is Lowkey we're talking about. A little bit trouble bridging. Needs to get 1 block higher so that you can bridge so you're not touching the lava.
And Hax has 2 strays as well, so might be able to leave off these 2. But again, Lowkey didn't take the most amazing terrain here. So maybe Hax finds something better. I didn't see anything amazing, but he can't even leave yet. He can't even leave yet. He still needs 2 more. And we could see a situation where he does leave on a potential 1-eye again for the second time in the seed. Or for the second time in this matchup.
It is awkward, though. This is a mine shaft stronghold. Spikes can be a little bit different. Maybe you get baited by one. Lowkey seems pretty confident in this direction, but there's just nothing here. There's a library. Maybe that plus a spawner baited him a little bit. There's one more path really this direction.
I believe Hax is leaving for a 1-eye. No, he has both. He's able to leave with both. Lowkey, nothing. Hax is edging closer by the second to closing this gap between Lowkey.
I don't know if it's enough, though. Like, the stronghold is bad. Lowkey can be forcing this staircase down, but it's just dead end after dead end. Meanwhile, giving Hax time to catch up. Has Lowkey gotten a good spike here? Stumbling with a door, going down. He needs to find this right here.
At some point here, there's not too many more directions Lowkey can go, right?
And this looks good. No.
Diamond Ore. Oh my gosh. And all of a sudden, Hax is in the stronghold.
Oh my gosh. Lowkey really struggling with the stronghold.
But Hax missed, kind of? Not really.
No. Same exact spot that Lowkey did. Broke that same block. Now going to be scanning. We're going to have to see Hax probably go right here to find the spawner. But no, he's going left. Lowkey has been here. There's nothing here, I don't think, unless Hax just magically finds a passageway.
Unless Hax pushes something.
Where is this stronghold? Lowkey! Oh my gosh. Look at this ruined portal in the middle of everything, too. It's just anybody's game at this point. Who's going to find the portal room first? Lowkey, again, like you were saying, there's only so much stronghold. You're going to find it eventually, but when is that eventually? And is Hax going to find it sooner? This looks good
for
Lowkey.
Double down. I like this double down.
I like
the triple down.
It's solo. It's solo.
Is it really all down here?
Oh,
Hax is basically doing the exact same thing. I
don't know. This looks kind of...
And there it is!
And Lowkey's found it. Really awkward nav, but he gets there in the end. It's really deep, but like it's a far room deep. I don't know if Hax is going to find it, but it's a buried 0, 58. We've seen some funkiness with the zeros before. Is it going to be a front or a back dragon? It's back again.
A lot of damage.
It could be flying again for Lowkey, even if he does it correctly.
I don't even think this is I don't think this is doable at all. Oh my god, what? Lowkey is going to do an insane, crazy thing here. No, it's just 1 and 8. We're going to 88.
Pushing to 88.
It should be enough time. It's going to be close, though, because the 058 has the time. Oh, barely gets the gun off.
And it flies again. It flies again. You are kidding me.
Oh my gosh.
Just might not find the portal room, though, and so it still might already be over. And was that a perch for Lowkey? That's a perch. That's a perch for Lowkey.
Oh my god.
Is he going to get set up fast enough?
He got an insta-perch.
How many explosives? Wait.
I think he has enough.
Wait, he missed it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
The perch
Hax in the portal! Hax in the portal! Hax! Oh my gosh! This is for his tournament life! What is going on? Oh my gosh!
I've never seen Lowkey miss a perch.
How high is he going to push on this 0? How much can he pearl? He has a bread. He's going to need to eat this bread here. Triple pearling. Going probably for 9. It flew at 9. He's going to have to push 94.
It flew at 88.
I just don't know if
he's pushing 92. It's higher than what Lowkey did. This has to be perfect from Hax.
No, and he doesn't get it. Both pushes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Lowkey got a fast perch, though. I don't know if he shot any crystals. If it's the same for Hax, which it might be, if you don't shoot any crystals, it could perch here. I just don't know. Lowkey's on low health.
It's such an awkward situation. Lowkey has
Are we gonna-
3 beds or 3 explosives,
And it's still not
no
coming in.
arrows left.
No
This is
arrows?
it.
No, you're kidding me. Has he shot all the crystals?
No,
Is he gonna
has to go up here.
He's pearling
He has to
on
curl
top
up.
of this one, not going for the 3 explosives. How many? Hax has 5
Oh my god,
explosives
look at
though,
that,
and he's
so much damage!
Stop!
He took so much damage
Stop!
from that.
This is so bad.
Oh my god, and it might be a situation where the dragon's gonna east-west now for Lowkey, so he couldn't even go for a 3 explosive if he wanted to. Can craft another anchor and a perch for Lowkey. This is an unbelievably hard 1 cycle for Lowkey.
He has to hit this. This might be the perch from Hax. Hax gets a perch too. If Lowkey can't get it off here, this might be it for him.
I don't know if that's enough.
I think that's enough.
I
but
genuinely
it might
don't know.
be too slow. That's
Oh my god.
I think
Hax
Hax
might
wins
be
this.
able to get it.
Oh my gosh.
I genuinely don't know what's stream delay.
I don't know.
I genuinely don't know.
No, it's not dead for Hax. It's not dead. It's not dead and Lowkey wins.
Oh my god. Wow. After all of that. Oh my god. An unbelievable final match in an unbelievable set of 5 seeds in this.
Oh my gosh. If that anchor had killed the dragon for Hax, I think it win. It was that was an insane end fight. I can't believe it. Regardless, unfortunately, Hax is out of this tournament, but
no, he's not out of this tournament, Parker.
Wait, oh, he's
because
not
now
out.
Hax
Oh
has
my
to
God.
play in the 3rd place match right after this. So Hax just went through all of that, was down 2-1 to Lowkey, brings it back, goes to a game 5, thinks he probably maybe wins. I don't know what is possibly going through his head. And then now has to like lock in 15 minutes because guess what? Your prize for losing to Lowkey is now you have to play Crimson in like 10 minutes. Like,
exactly.
What just happened?
Congrats to Lowkey for winning, representing the Steve skins. I'm always a fan of that. Gosh,
God.
bro. Thank you, scriptwriters. Shout out scriptwriters. I that was an insane, and it was just like back and forth. Oh my, out of words. I'm just out of words.
I don't even understand what just happened. I don't even know like how to analyze. Thankfully, that's not our job today. We're gonna throw it to Fulham and Beef Salad in a little bit.
Indeed.
We'll give them a little bit of time to breathe because I don't know what just happened there. But I mean, Parker, Lowkey could have died. Like the thing that stands out to me is you just curled up to the tower, and it's obviously not a situation that these runners are comfortable with. So he's just thinking, oh, I'll just like cover my feet and like be fine. I'll break the end crystal. No, because when you're far away like that, the range of the crystal is really weird and almost just died. So he could have just totally lost the set right there. That is just unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, I just don't even know what even went on in that matchup. So I'm super excited. We need to stall for them. That's totally fine. I mean, like, wow. I mean, you have to think again. This seed, though, like, Lowkey was ahead by so much.
Yeah.
I want to know if Redlime has the potential stats. Is apparently the dragon death time is 7 seconds. Is that correct? There's no way.
I think so, because it would have been much closer if Hax had killed it, but it didn't kill it. Like, it was literally on 1 or 2 HP. Yeah. So you had to spend a lot of time getting the kill.
Unbelievable. Just an unbelievable set of circumstances. I mean, it's just that thing where like it all comes down to everything. I mean, you think about how long Lowkey was in the Stronghold. You think about how long Hax was in the Stronghold. Can we actually pull up the splits one more time, Oliver, if we have the ability to? I actually want to see if Hax made up any time in the Stronghold. Yeah, he did make up 11 seconds to enter the end. But you think so? If Lowkey won by 7 seconds, all Hax had to do was enter the end like 45 seconds behind instead of 55 seconds behind. And it's just that thing where that Stronghold was so tough. It's just the mine shaft, and it seemed really deep, and there was just nothing great going on there. Where, I mean, again, we see though, like, Lowkey's ahead the whole time. Lowkey's ahead the whole time. So it's just one of those situations like, yes, he loses there. Major set of respect to Hax for pushing to 92. I think probably realized, right, that the dragon probably flew at 88 for Lowkey. Yeah. So realizing has to go to 92 there. Just a really difficult 0 to set up. And because he didn't actually get the anchor set up, he had the explosives to do the 1 cycle. And just unbelievable. Also, like, I know it's hard, and I think this is something that I'd love you to talk about as well. Like, I don't know if people watching we talk about when the runners perch, like, oh my God, this is like such an easy perch, like, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
Like that perch for Lowkey, because it being east-west and only having 4 explosives and already having an anchor set up, that is a really, really hard perch, like to hit, one cycle to hit.
Yeah, and on top of all the nerves, when you know if you don't hit this, you're going to be out, and then having to axe the dragon after and just praying that there's enough, like, most one cycles just aren't like that. You know, most are just like 4 explosive standard. Yeah, I just hit this, but no, that was absolute cinema. Down to the very last second, it was just up in the air. Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, Fulham and Beef Salad are ready to take it away here in the post-match analysis. Parker, I believe that will do it for us.
You're right. We get to watch now. We can join chat.
We get to watch. We're gonna be just like you, chat. We're gonna be watching this. Do not go anywhere. It's been an unbelievable set of matches so far. When we come back after this post match analysis with Fulham and Beef Salad, you'll have Feinberg and Nerdy for the 3rd place match. But I want to keep talking about this one. I know Fulham and Beef Salad want to keep talking about this one. Thank you so much to everyone watching today, and we'll see you all back in the casters very soon.
Wow. I have no words for the best of 5 that we just saw. We're going to have to break that down, and I have no idea how we're going to do that. We've got some clips from every single seed, and we're going to just take you back. We're going to reminisce over this best of 5 a little bit, because this was truly insane. It does really show how good the top level runners in this game are and how close they were as well. For most of these seeds, we see both of the runners entering the end. And so I've got some clips, we've got some talking points, we've got some analysis to do about seed 4 as well. Maybe a way that Lowkey could have brought things away, not even sending it to a seed 5. And we're just going to talk things through because this was unreal. We need to talk about every single seed that we possibly can here. Beef, we're going to send it back to seed number 1 with this 0. Hax entering the end first, not able to get there, and Lowkey throwing some better pearls to get to the 0. Now, I'm not well versed with my side setup zeros, but I know that you are far more well versed. How good is this pearl, and what do we need to do differently in Hax's shoes for this not to have worried us?
I'd have to see Hax's again because he was really just not there in time. I mean, he built his setup and then immediately got hit by the dragon.
Yes.
Whereas Lowkey just has like a full rotation to spare.
An insane, a rotation to spare, able to basically double bed all of these to overlap the damage. We did see a boat clutch there by hacking noises, but wasn't able to obviously get the perch in time. In this seed, you know, as much as how awesome that was because both runners in the end at the same time, it really truly was nothing on the next 4 seeds that we have to watch. I'm going to skip it straight over to seed 2, where we can see in the chat in the language that you know, it's Danish, thank you. Danish achievements in chat for Ol Betsy and Take Aim, meaning that Hax has fired the crossbow at the dragon just a tiny bit earlier than Lowkey. But what we could see is Lowkey almost hitting a 2+2. Now, you are more well versed in this. You don't think that there would have been enough time, even if he did hit this 2+2, for the for Lowkey to win this seed. Obviously, I think Hacking Noise is getting the free the end achievement slightly before the dragons, before the second rotation's bed was tagged here. As we can see in the bottom corner, we can see free the end. This was insanely close. Again, we're talking seconds between these runners on multiple different seeds. And this was just seed 2, and this brings it to 1 seed apiece. And now seed 3, we did interject. We brought you guys back after seed 3 to talk about the terrain decision. So we'll gloss over this one a little bit. We'll let it play in the background while we talk about what is about to happen in seed 4 and 5. Now, Lowkey wins this seed 3, goes up 2-1, and had a substantial lead on this on the 4th seed. But what we saw was him making a potential mistake. Would you say it's a mistake to do what we've discussed in this next clip?
I guess I would say that.
Yeah, and like that mistake could have cost him the seed and possibly the series in the end. And that mistake is about to be shown as we go over to our next clip here. After Hax misses the 0, we do see an insane one cycle after an east-west perch. After he just places the obsidian here, the dragon locks on to the node, and he knows that it's going to east-west. As you can see it rotating around the towers in the distance, and it flies in east-west. He notices it here, and he has enough explosives. He should be comfortable to hit this 0, although he did leave it a little bit close. Obviously, the damage is going to go down, having set up for a north-south perch and having to take it east-west, as we can see rotating with a different orientation to what we're used to. I can only apologize if the bitrate is a little bit low on some of these scenes for you guys as well. Does finish off the dragon comfortably in the end with many explosives to spare. But something that we really pick up on is that Lowkey was in the end substantially earlier, and after going for a 91 height 0 or a 90 standing, apologies. Unfortunately, after entering the end, noticing it's an 057, so has to hit Pearl Clip here, he opens his inventory and notice that we have 8 explosives. I understand that there is a little bit of words covering this, so let me see if I can get it. Okay, there is a 1 bed behind this text on screen here. Just here, there is 1 more bed, but we can see 8 explosives here. But there's one thing substantial that we're missing. And I know you wanted to talk about this. You know that he's heavily in the lead. Hax is not even in the Stronghold yet. So what would you have done differently, possibly, during this seed?
If he had enough iron to have crafted iron bars at the spawner here, he would have been able to do round 0. It meant he had 100% chance of being able to just win the seed and just get about a 120 end fight, rather than risk the dragon flying away and then getting a slow perch, which, although it's unlikely, that is what happened here.
Exactly. So it's guaranteed to be longer than a 0 cycle, but given the fact that he's so far in the lead going into the end on this seed, he could have been able to maybe hit the ground 0 and not have to worry about, you know, the dragon flying on a 0 and then getting a very long perch. Of course, on his 0 setup here, he ends up using these two respawn anchors as explosives, meaning that he can't then use them for the ground 0. We can see the still frame of it here with the 2 respawn anchors on the screen. But of course, as we mentioned earlier on, he doesn't have iron in his inventory here, so maybe it doesn't matter. But as we went through the seed and located where he made this mistake, it was in the lower treasure, exactly 6 iron ingots, enough to make the iron bars that we would have needed for this ground 0. Guaranteed locking up the series, basically, assuming he hits the ground 0 with a comfortable amount of explosives. He was able to craft 2 more respawn anchors in his inventory, giving him, 10 explosives for a ground 0. So it would have all but guaranteed the victory after just seed 4. But as we know, Hax was able to come back and get a fast perch on that seed. And then we saw seed 5. And I don't even know if I have words for this. I think we've got Lowkey's successful kill after having to pearl to the towers, after having to, after running out of arrows, early bed explosion potentially there, having to try and kill the dragon trying to dodge the axe hits of Lowkey as well, but does end up finishing it off. But there's one thing that we have to mention. Notice when the free the end achievement is from Lowkey, and then when it is from Hax. There's about 7 seconds between them, which is shorter than we had in a previous seed. But it's really how those 7 seconds were spent that makes all the difference. And if we go back to Hacking Noises 1 cycle, now there was a ton of stuff going on time. The commentators are screaming. We were screaming here in the booth. And with 5 explosives, Hax does great damage on the first 2. Decent respawn anchor, and with just a slither of health left, Hax pushes for a +1. Doesn't go for the extra rotation.
I was so certain that it was dead after this anchor. It's on such low health, and he blows it up, and it just doesn't do enough damage.
The anchor explodes, and from this screenshot, the dragon's dead, right? Hax wins. Hax wins the seed, right, guys? And then all of a sudden we realize it must have literally been on 1 health.
Yeah.
Because we can slowly see. Yep. And there it comes in chat, the free the end achievement. assuming that Hax gets this kill on the +1 here, no free the end achievement. That is the series. Hax wins. If the anchor did, I would assume 1 more damage. Maybe he blows it up a tick earlier or a tick later, and he wins the best of 3. But now, for what could be 1/20th of a second difference, he moves on to the 3rd place playoffs, which I don't need you guys to go anywhere for, because we're about to see it in not long at all. We've had an amazing best of 5, but don't go anywhere, because we are about to see Crimson face off against Hax in our next best of 5 for our 3rd place prize.